Is there self psychoanalysis going on?
Yeah, like how?
Like, she like doesn't have a dad, right?
Yeah.
And she's in this.
Oh,
and then
she mentions that all the time. How and she heard like the neighbors say that she was a bastard, and that kind of defined her
Okay.
relation. Like that that phrase defined her, and like
Okay.
yeah, she.
Because I'm okay.
Yeah. Go ahead. What are you?
Well,
thinking?
no, because like I feel like that's a thing that gives it a distance.
Yeah.
That gives it an artistic universal quality.
Yeah.
Like with like, whatever, fuckboy and 2.0. That's
Yeah.
probably not. But what I would do is like when something happened, we're going full. I'm not posting any of this stuff.
Yeah.
Everything's on the Patreon.
Yeah.
now. But we'll find a nice clip to
Yeah,
put
yeah,
up for
yeah.
everybody. But like something would happen, and then I was like, okay, this isn't like all because of my relationship to my dad.
Yeah.
But like I could take some of that and then make it a universe, like kind of psychoanalyze the narrator in a way, just enough so
Yeah.
somebody could kind of transpose themselves into it.
Okay.
Versus just doing a raw rip. But all you really need to do is talk about your familial relationship.
Yeah.
And context, which is also what Stephanie does in that book a lot too.
Yeah.
You know?
So, okay, this is
Toggling between talking about your parents or the narrator's parents and the narrator's relationships.
So I was I seen a review of a book. Do you know that dude Garth?
Greenwell?
No, Garth Risk Halberg.
Nope.
He had a big book like
Oh yeah.
like several years. He sold it for like $2 million or something like that.
did?
Yeah, like
Damn.
10 years ago or something
Okay.
like that. City on Fire. I didn't read
Okay.
it, but he just came out with a new book, and there was a review of it in the New Yorker, and it was kind of like, yeah, mixed, whatever. But the reviewer was complaining that it was too much about this father-daughter relationship. It was too much in their heads and not in the outside world enough. And like suggesting that you can't make a novel just inside two people's heads like that without looking outward. And I was kind of thinking like I think that like if everything's going on in your head, like in a way, if you do that right, it is going outward. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I disagree that you can't. You're just doing it.
Right. Because it
that make any
stays in the
sense?
head, it's automatically solipsistic.
Yeah.
But if you're orienting yourselves yeah.
Yeah. Okay, this is. All right, just since this is all Patreon anyway, I'll read you.
Yeah.
Because I just want you to know this book.
No,
a
that's
little
what I'm
bit,
saying. We should, yeah.
But so she's going to this bookshop all the time. It's also
Okay.
like a bildungsroman, right? Because she's becoming a writer.
Dude, come on, dude.
You know.
Why is that the automatic gas?
Yeah.
It's something evolutionary.
Yeah,
It's
literally.
something evolutionary.
It's
It's a person trying to tell a story they're telling you.
Yeah, for sure.
look, dude, I gotta hit this.
so
dude.
she's going into this bookshop all the
Okay,
time.
nice.
And she's obsessed with this woman who runs the bookshop, right?
Okay.
This
Nice.
Adrienne
Classic, dude.
Adrienne Monier.
The priest. Make her the priest.
Yeah. And so, okay. She goes, and this is the end of another relationship. She gets too emotionally invested in these relationships, even if they don't exist.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah,
So she
yeah.
goes, Adrienne had begun her career modestly with the Mercure de France. She told me about it and about her old parents, too, in the orchards in Normandy. I lost my head. The following week, I sulked because she was equally pleasant to a wealthy woman who came into the store. I found her adaptability
betraying
shocking.
her.
Yeah. I was sulky several times in succession. She no longer encouraged me, and I didn't encourage her. She must have guessed what a parasite I was.
Damn.
A strange parasite.
Murking herself hard.
Never satisfied and yet so easily satisfied. As the years went by, I grew doleful in her store. I was sending out signals into a void. I became lugubrious, plaintive, tearful.
Damn.
It was mere sentimental masturbation. Adrienne must have felt sorry for me. Already out of her death, forced to make sacrifices to keep her lending library open, she sold very few books. She suddenly took on an unpleasant young girl as her assistant.
Oh my
I became
God.
tragic. Whereupon she led me into the back room, usually reserved for privileged visitors, and asked me why I was unhappy. I fell at her feet beneath Tolstoy and Dostoevsky. I stammered out a lot of complicated nonsense close to her long gray skirt. She placed her hand on my head, waiting to console me. Her assistant walked in, the new girl.
Yeah.
Quick as a lightning flash, Adrian regained her air of dignity. Her embarrassment over a schoolgirl who stayed after class, her metamorphosis for the eyes of an assistant as unyielding as justice, made me feel disappointed in her, disgusted with her. I borrowed Raymond Queneau's Chandant, read it, returned it, and never went back.
Damn.
So she gets all jealous.
She's all
and,
jealous
like,
of the new
she's-
assistant?
Yeah. She turns and
She's just sulking in the store.
and it's a combination of things too. The
Right.
combination of feelings. She's murking herself.
Right.
Right. She's also like obsessed with this
Obsessed with
person,
this woman.
deifying them, and
Yeah.
then bringing them low,
Yeah.
all in the same passage.
And she's really just remembering the experiences in her life where she felt so much.
And exactly. And she's like,
She thinks about that all the time.
yeah. And it's like she knows that she's being
Yeah.
ridiculous, right? But
Yeah.
she's still feeling that.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
then writing it.
Yeah.
The experience of writing it,
Yeah.
and probably laughing a little bit
Yeah,
at
for
herself,
sure.
at her foolishness,
Yeah.
and looking back on it. That is that gas, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
That is that gas.
So yeah, see that's why it's like
it's very
No,
different
yeah,
than
that's
being
what
like,
I'm
can I write a, right?
yeah.
It's a very different impulse.
And the way it progresses through these
St. Augustine.
yeah, exactly.
How's he writing? Is he
Yeah.
trying to craft a novel to sell? I don't
No,
think so,
he's
dude.
trying to
He's doing
it's-
that raw rip.
He's
dude.
talking to God.
He's talking directly to God.
know.
This ain't even. You could listen if you want.
Yeah. That's what it's like. Yeah, it's like them French boys, right? It's like Proust and then Celine. Celine's
It's
doing
in
the
that-
same
it's in
thing.
that- It's in that tradition.
Yeah. And yeah, it's funny calling this like a memoir or something like that. This is just like it's a novel like Proust or Celine, right? It's about themselves. It's, except she naming names for real,
Damn. She is.
Yeah, she names people's names. I haven't gotten to like, when she's older and some other writers in there. Yeah.
I've had it with this cowardice, dude.
Yeah.
I've been feeling a lot about the cowards out here, dude.
Yeah, talk about cowardice. What do you see as cowardice? What do you read that makes you think?
Not even reading,
yeah.
dude.
Oh, yeah. What do you see? What's cowardice?
Cowardice is
And this is Dante-esque, right? Dante's
know,
always concerned
dude.
about cowardice.
It's
and Ard's always concerned about
it's
cowardice.
eating. It's trying to eat off things, protecting your institutional position.
Yeah.
And like, it's dude. Building on the backs of bodies.
Yeah.
Building your stuff on the backs of bodies and just trying to avoid like nothing comes out of nothing, dude.
Yeah.
Like, when things sprout up out of nowhere, they sprout out of fucking real ass shit.
Yeah.
I have moments when I feel like that, dude.
Yeah.
That was vague as fuck, but
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.